Please listen to this message as our menu options have changed. Thank you for calling the City of Zanesville Public Safety Building. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you are calling for dispatch or the operator, please press 0. Zanesville Police and Fire, Dispatcher Brown.
Yeah, this is Brandon. Wanted to remind you guys that by ignoring your responsibilities, by taking the law into your own hands, by effectively suspending the Constitution, which none of you have the authority to do, you are in fact committing treason. And that was solidified by the violent acts committed by personnel in this department, employees, public servants that committed hostile acts against me on my private property in an attempt to harass and intimidate me, to, I guess, silence me or whatever the motives are. I'm not entirely sure. But these are acts of treason in which you are all committing and that you will all have to answer for. So, do you understand that treason is punishable by death if found guilty?
So, are you telling me that somebody's going to kill everybody down here at the police department because of...
No, you just said that. You can't understand English? I'm recording this, by the way, because see, you people...
Please listen to this message as our menu options have... Zanesville Police and Fire, Dispatcher Patrick.
Yeah, Dispatcher Patrick, I need to file a complaint against Dispatcher Brown. She apparently doesn't know how to do her job and can't apparently understand plain English, but I'm calling to explain to you people that by ignoring the Constitution, by suspending the Constitution and committing violent acts against people, that is in fact treason. And I was attempting to make sure that Dispatcher Brown was aware, that you all are aware that committing treason, see, according to the law, if found guilty of treason, it's actually punishable by death. As a matter of fact, I think Trump brought back the the firing squad. If people are found guilty of treason. Now, you guys don't have the authority to suspend the Constitution. You guys don't have the authority to ignore the law. You guys have a responsibility, a duty, and an obligation to fulfill those duties and obligations. But for some reason, you guys think you have the authority to just do whatever you want. And I'm here to tell you that you don't. And by doing what you guys are doing, you are committing treason. By performing hostile acts against people that are reporting crimes being committed, and the abuse that you all have perpetrated, for lack of better terms, against me for reporting crimes is outrageous, and that further solidifies the fact that you guys are committing treason. According to the Constitution, as I stated, it's a very serious situation. So you all would be very mindful to pay attention to the law and follow the law, because if you don't, you might find yourself in a court of law explaining to a federal judge why it is that you guys think you have the authority to suspend the Constitution. So you can tell your superiors, they'll probably listen to this conversation, whether through your guys' recording or mine, because I will be posting this on social media to let people know how ridiculous you people are, and the fact that you public servants can't seem to do a simple job, and frankly would rather commit treason as opposed to just doing what you're supposed to do according to the law. Now, do you understand what treason is? Do you understand it's a serious offense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, by ignoring my complaints about these crimes being committed, this trespass on my property. And, whether whoever it is, it doesn't matter if you guys are doing your little part of the job, it doesn't make a difference. If the engine is not working, the engine is not working, period. And we need to find out why the engine isn't working, for lack of better analogies. So, if you guys are doing your job, if you guys are passing the information, my complaints on to your superiors, and they aren't doing their job according to the law, then you guys have a duty and a responsibility and obligation to report that malfeasance, because that is in fact treason.
Okay.
So
I'll pass it on to...
Yeah, so you yourself, you have a duty and a responsibility in your capacity that you're working for as a public servant for Zanesville, Ohio. You have a duty and an obligation to report this malfeasance. So if you guys are doing your job, but your superiors aren't doing theirs, you have a duty and an obligation to report that dereliction of duty, that malfeasance, to the proper authority, which would be the special agent in charge of the FBI out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
Okay.
think there might be something wrong with your phone. I can't hear you very well.
Okay, I apologize. I might have had my hand on the. Yeah, I might have had my hand on the microphone a little bit.
You're okay.
So yeah, if you understood what I'm saying, I take this very seriously. Treason is a serious offense, and I don't like the games that are being played by dispatchers and by public officials, by public servants here that are supposed to do their job according to the law. And I mean, hell, I even filed a lawsuit, but that doesn't matter either, because the corruption is so rampant here that it just doesn't matter. So, with all that being said, it's not up to me to judge who is guilty and who isn't. All I know is that what's been done. So, as far as I'm concerned, as a whole, the police department, all the public servants working in the police department, all of you all, from my perspective, are being charged with treason. And it's going to be up to all of you all to explain your actions to a federal judge as to why or what your actions, whether they completely exonerate you or not. So you all might not think this is very real, but it is very real, and I'm not going away. And at some point in time, this lawsuit will end up in federal court, and any supposed or assumed immunity that you guys think you have for the law violations, the constitutional violations, and others that have been committed, you all will have to answer for that. You'll have to be accountable. So I'm just putting you guys on notice. Frankly, I'm a little appalled, and I think it's an extreme disgrace that public servants want to take the law into their own hands and feel like they have the authority to suspend the Constitution. This is just outrageous. So, yeah, this is your guys' verbal notice. You guys, you all will have to account for this to somebody, more than likely a federal judge, and have to explain your actions. So, if you all are okay with committing treason and the repercussions or the punishments that might come with that if found guilty, then, wow, I don't know what to say about that. That's a serious sign of mental instability. But if you guys have a heart, if you have a soul, if you have conviction in your heart, you realize that this is very wrong, and you will change your ways. But what's done is done. So it would just be nice if you guys would follow the law, pay attention to it, and follow the Constitution, because that is the supreme law of the land. Even though that doesn't give me my rights, it secures my rights and validates those rights that are inherent, that are God-given. So it would do you guys some service to pay attention to these things and keep it in mind, because every time you ignore that, that's a that's an act of treason. So, all right. Well, with all that being said, yeah, make sure you pass this on to your supervisors. Make sure they hear this. If not, let them know that I'll post it on my social media page, my YouTube channel, so they can hear it there, along with all the public can hear it too. The fact that you all are committing treason and have now been verbally notified. But from here on out, it would do you guys some real good to just do your job. But thank you for your time.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yep.